Watching Bluey is always so much fun. But did you know that this animated series is packed with references to other cartoons, movies, shows, and even games? One of the most nostalgic references, guaranteed to make any adult from the 80s smile, appears in the episode Fairy Tale. In this episode, Bandit shares how he stopped being a bad guy and became the prince who won over Chili. And the coolest part? During the flashback, Chili is shown wearing an outfit clearly inspired by Shiare, the warrior princess and rightful heir to the throne of Etheria. And that's not all. Little Chili also has a toy replica of the Princess of Power. This is one of those references that parents, who grew up watching Shiare, are sure to notice while watching the show with their kids. See? Bluey isn't just an adorable series. It's also a treasure trove for anyone who loves spotting hidden Easter eggs. Get ready, because today we're revealing 14 of these references that you probably never noticed in Bluey. So grab some popcorn, get comfortable, and let's dive into another world of Bluey. Moving on to a more recent episode, we find a reference that is pure charm and cuteness. In the Healer family's Christmas short, Jingle Bell, Bluey and Bingo are super excited by the Christmas tree, trying to guess their presents just by the sounds they make. While doing this, they start singing a song. Guess what it's about? None other than Batman and Robin, the most famous dynamic duo in comic book history. I was genuinely surprised. I always thought that in the Bluey universe, we'd have Batdog instead of Batman. But it looks like the Dark Knight is part of this crew's imagination too. Who else thought there'd be Batdog instead of Batman? Let us know in the comments. Now, let's look at a reference that might have gone unnoticed by many but is a real treat for Pixar fans. In the episode Bob Bilby, there's a super funny scene where Bandit picks up Bingo from school. During this moment, he and Buddy stare at each other for a few seconds. Everything seems normal, but if you pay attention to the toy box in the classroom, you'll spot something very special, the Pixar ball. Since Bluey is distributed by Disney, which owns Pixar, this reference makes perfect sense. Isn't that a genius touch? And it doesn't stop there. The Pixar ball appears again in the episode Dad Takes the Girls to School. This time, it's in the same basket, right next to Lila, who's hiding behind a wall of toy blocks. It happens so fast. It's easy to miss if you're not paying close attention. Who knows if the ball shows up again? If you've spotted it, let us know in the comments where else it appeared. We're curious to find out. Finally, we have one of the coolest references from the episode Quiet Game in Season 2. In this episode, Bandit is trying to buy a birthday gift for Muffin, and Chili mentions that Muffin collects moonlight unicorns. When they get to the store, they find an incredible variety of dolls in different colors and styles. This scene is a clear nod to My Little Pony, one of the most famous kids series worldwide. The colorful unicorns in Bluey are a lovely homage to the adorable winged ponies that have charmed kids around the globe. Of course, Disney changed the name to avoid legal issues, but it's impossible not to notice the reference. If you love My Little Pony, you'll enjoy spotting these little connections in the Bluey world. So, do you also love old cartoons? If so, drop a comment below saying cartoon because we want to know who's part of our nostalgic team. Speaking of classic cartoons, let's dive into one of the most fun and nostalgic references in Bluey, its connection to Disney's 101 Dalmatians. This universe is truly special, with 2 iconic films and several animated series that have left their mark over the years. In the world of Bluey, Chloe and her family represent the Dalmatians. In the episode Octopus, we see Bluey visiting their house to play. But here's something incredible many might not have noticed. The house number is exactly 101. This is no coincidence. It's a clear nod to Disney's classic franchise, which was itself inspired by a beloved children's book that enchanted generations. These subtle details make each episode even more special. Isn't that amazing? Now, shifting to a more spiritual theme, there's a particularly special religious reference in the episode Easter. It connects to the essence of the holiday, which celebrates the resurrection of Jesus. In the episode, Bluey and Bingo find a shiny golden Easter basket hidden under Bandit's desk. But before they can reach it, they have to move a yoga ball blocking their way. This scene symbolizes rolling away the stone from Jesus' tomb, pivotal moment in the biblical narrative of his resurrection. In many biblical depictions, this moment is illustrated with a radiant Christ, much like the glowing basket the sisters find. These small details add a profound layer to the narrative and demonstrate how Bluey brilliantly weaves in diverse themes. Returning to musical references, it's time to highlight an iconic nod to classic rock. In the episode Weekend, when Chili goes for her walk and returns home, there's a small but significant detail on her music bracelet. If you look closely, it shows an adaptation of the album cover The Dark Side of the Moon by the legendary band Pink Floyd. However, instead of the famous triangular prism, the design features a bone. This clever twist not only showcases Chili's taste in great music, but also her unique style. It's further proof that the creators of Bluey don't skimp on Easter eggs, even for the adults watching. Speaking of old cartoons, here's another incredible reference in the episode Dragon. In this episode, each member of the healer family represents a warrior class. Bandit is a barbarian, Chili is an archer, and Bluey becomes the group's mage. But Bingo, ever the creative one, decides to break the mold and chooses to be a biker, definitely not a classic warrior class. In the finale, they face off against a dragon. Clear homage to the classic cartoon. This animated series, which captivated audiences, was heavily inspired by the legendary RPG of the same name. Sadly, the show was never completed, leaving a legion of fans still hoping for its return. Parents who grew up during this era surely picked up on this reference, a nostalgic gift from Bluey's creators. Lastly, we couldn't end without mentioning a reference that often goes unnoticed. In the episode Family Meeting, there's a moment featuring a biblical quote. During the trial, Bluey tries to bribe Bingo with a lollipop to get her to lie. But Chili quickly intervenes, delivering the famous line, "The truth will set you free." This is a direct reference to the Gospel of John, chapter 8, verse 32, "And you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." I only noticed this detail after watching the episode a second time. Small moments like this reveal just how many layers there are to explore in the series. If you've made it this far, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. That way, you won't miss any of our upcoming videos packed with fun facts about your favorite cartoons and movies.
Remember, the truth will set you free.
Starting with a legendary superhero, we can't skip mentioning the reference to Superman, often regarded as one of the greatest heroes of all time. Just as Batman was already highlighted in a moment of Bluey, it was only a matter of time before the Man of Steel received his own tribute. This reference appears in the episode stories. During an imaginative tale, Winton and Indy create a horse out of modeling clay. When they finally succeed, Winton becomes so excited that the horse magically gains a red cape and starts floating, making the scene even more fun and surreal. These traits are clear nods to Superman, who also has a red cape and the ability to fly, reinforcing the idea that this scene was crafted as an Easter egg for fans of the superhero. Of course, Bluey adds its unique twist with pink and rainbow beams surrounding Winton. While these aren't tied to Superman, they fit perfectly within Bluey's creative and colorful universe. Who knows, maybe little Winton the bulldog will appear in future episodes showing off more of his imaginative powers. It would be amazing to see more of these creative and surprising references. And of course, we'll be here to comment and share all the details with you. Another amazing moment pays homage to one of the most emotional and classic films about whales, Free Willy. This reference occurs during an iconic scene in an episode where Bluey and Bingo are playing whale watching. In the game, Bandit becomes the boat, and Chili takes on the role of the whale. Everything seems normal until a hilarious and unexpected moment when Chili performs a spectacular leap over Bandit and the girls. This scene is a clear reference to the final moment in the movie, where Willy jumps over the rock barrier to return to the ocean. The resemblance is striking, and fans of the movie will undoubtedly recognize the parallel immediately. However, unlike the whale in the movie, Chili doesn't quite stick the landing, and Bandit hilariously pays the price with a clumsy and comical fall. Continuing with more references, here's a moment where Bluey pays homage to another animation classic, The Simpsons. In the episode where Bandit pretends to be pregnant, there's a scene that feels reminiscent of one of the cutest and funniest moments from the Yellow Family's show. When Bandit goes to the fridge to grab some cupcakes to eat, Bingo quickly snatches them all, leaving him empty-handed. This situation closely mirrors a scene in The Simpsons, where Homer tries to eat a French fry, only to have it repeatedly stolen by a litter of puppies in the house. The similarity is so striking that there's no doubt it's an Easter egg, once again showcasing how Bluey is full of clever and entertaining details. Now, let's highlight another nod to the world's most famous Yellow family, The Simpsons. This time, the scene happens in the episode Cousin Comes to Stay. Muffin, completely sleepwalking and drunk from exhaustion, crashes her toy car into the pool, knocks over the inflatable flamingo, and hilariously proclaims herself the Queen of the Flamingos. This moment is clearly inspired by a scene from The Simpsons, where Lisa is found by the police swimming in a lake. In that scene, she's also in an altered state and shouts that she's Queen Lisa, referencing Queen Elizabeth. Although the queens are quite different, it's evident this is a playful nod to fans of the Springfield family. We've got 2 amazing videos for you to check out right here. They say the one on the left is incredible, so don't waste time and give it a watch. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on the next adventure.